to the Elusive Truth by the Rich and Larry Show. Today we meet and record our first podcast in person. Believe me, it's much easier to talk to Larry on the phone. Larry in person is so animated that it's very hard to keep from laughing. I also want to apologize for the crappy audio. It sounds like we're in a cavern. Our first time together is always a learning curve. In today's podcast, I've included the very beginning of our conversation. We might need to start video of ourselves together soon. On with the show, so please sit back, relax, as we dive into the rabbit hole. Let's see, let's do a test here. How we doing? Yeah, just talk natural. Can you hear me? Gary?
Where's my headphones?
You just doesn't talk.
Can I hear you talk like that?
Yeah, I'm trying to hear you talk.
Is that how you're going to talk?
All right. Yeah, but I've got levels.
Am I far enough or too close?
No, you're perfect. Perfect, just the way you are. All right. So, Gary, nice to see you again. What's going on?
Hey, this is good. Man, everything is going on right now, Rich.
I know. It's strange days we live in.
We just hear that there's too much going on with things that they can't leak out. A lot of arrests are taking place. D.C. is a ghost town.
President Biden is getting ready to go to Europe.
Yeah, it's the first time he's leaving the country as president. He's going to go to a big summit there.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to go.
Oh, I think they know already about him. They're going to be like, they already know he's a joker. I don't think they can take him seriously on anything. It's going to be a horrible summit.
I mean, we're going to be the laughing stock of the world.
I know. I wonder if he's going to shuffle into the room like he shuffles when he walks here.
Yeah, I know. He's all stoic and all importante, but a lot of gibberish.
Yeah, the politics are just crazy now. I think we got to just get ready for, there's a lot of disclosure going on. You think anything's going to happen with that?
Well, I don't know, because it's the only thing that I've been seeing with the Behizi and people like that is that a lot of the Arizona audit is now starting to come forth. So we're starting to see a lot of irregularities, not just there, but the same thing, I guess, in Georgia. And I read something about South Carolina is looking into something.
I'm not really sure how this is all going to take place, but, we cannot continue unless we get this corruption out of the way.
California, which has been a red state ever since Ronald Reagan, now all of a sudden, I believe it was in Sacramento, one of the colleges is there. They did an audit, and apparently the whole dorm voted while there was no one at the dorms. So things are starting to come to light, and a lot of people that I've been talking to are hearing about say a lot of Californians don't believe that.
I think California could go as a red state.
Not a lot of people were for him, and all of a sudden he's the most popular president of all time. President Trump was ahead at 12 a.m., 1 a.m. in the morning, and then all of a sudden everything flipped.
Here we are still talking about the election, and I think it just had to go that way in order for us to expose the full corruption.
Well, we got to see more happening because there's still a lot of people trying to denounce that the elections were fair and square, which I'm sure the Democrats are saying that, but there's a lot more coming out. At least the public consensus sounds like that. We believe that the election was stolen, and there was a lot of impropriety.
It's a big job. There's probably tens of thousands of people that are involved in this that they have to go and arrest.
It needs to come up front, and the media, they need to start holding the media accountable for their lies and the misdirections. But it's kind of hard to do it when I guess it's backed by the CIA.
I think they got to go to the head of the media, who is the CIA. They control the four narratives of the day. I mean, the ABCs, NBCs, CNNs, they give them their talking points each day. Mm-hmm. It's got to come directly from the CIA.
Something, because it's being manipulated. And the same thing with this pandemic. Now we're going back full circle. Dr. Fauci and these stupid emails.
Did you get that one I sent you this morning?
I didn't get a chance to see it, but I was getting ready to. And
there's so much still going on this vaccine. Biden had a goal of 70%. He made a goal. And that's when masks can come off. Well, I think the whole nation's at about mid-60s. And we're 66, 67%. Biden's got to wait till we hit that 70 mark to get rid of the masks. They'll come up with a new variant. Because the vaccine is a vaccine for nothing. What is it protecting you from? COVID-19, you're going to say? There ain't no COVID-19. There's nothing it can protect you from because they still haven't been able to find and isolate that virus.
Makes no sense. Well, I mean, it makes sense to somebody because of what they're ultimately trying to do with vaccinations and Bill Gates and, and Dr. Fauci. Again, it is the stuff that's coming out, and the problem is that it's not mainstream yet.
Why is the vaccine free for everyone? Well, is the government just paying Pfizer and Moderna and
doing something?
AZ and everyone?
Doing something.
Everyone's getting it for free.
The government's printing money and
they're sending it to other countries now. We got excess of this vaccine.
Well, that's what Biden does. $1 trillion stimulus plans goes to everybody else. Guy's nuts.
They create their own little agencies that are, hey, I'd just like to get part of the money for the cleanup of the homeless camps in Portland. I heard they just went around now, spent $500,000 on spray painting over all the graffiti with like a gray or a white along the freeways.
And what, they're going to do it again this weekend? They're going to repaint it?
Yeah.
Spray paint because they don't do anything?
They have no problem spending $500,000 in cleaning up all that stuff like nothing.
Terrible, terrible.
Maybe we should be in the painting business for a few months. Make $500,000.
Well, the glass business, the wood business, all that.
Any of that stuff.
Any commodities.
But you got to wonder who's behind all that. Where's all this money going?
Well, that brings us to hopefully with Donald Trump. We saw his little speech in North Carolina. And
what do you think that was all about? Was he just trying to push the congressmen and senators that are going to run in 2022?
That's what the preface is.
But it was a lot more than that.
Well, he's gearing up, and he's going to eventually, at some point in time, tell his intentions.
I think he was geared up to show that the election was taken and he's coming right back in.
Well, he keeps saying it, and I keep, the weird thing is that he keeps proving himself over and over. Trump again, whatever he said is coming true, and the rest of these traitors of this country, things need to start happening.
Well, we can't just think that he is the cure-all, save-all. He's just another tool for the American public. We, the people, have to.
Right. Well, he's the one that changed us and made us open up our eyes to show us all this craziness.
Yeah, someone that was, in a position that could do that.
No one else did that. Did Barack Obama do that? What did he do?
He made everything worse.
He laid the foundation to sell the nation to Iran and all these other...
And he was going to turn his regime over to Hillary.
Yep. Oh, exactly.
It would have just been a continuation of Obama.
Like it is now. Kamala Harris, she made a speech to the migrants.
In Guatemala?
Yeah, she told them don't come here.
I heard that. I thought they said everyone come here.
Well, at first, but now she's trying to act tough.
I don't know what's going on with that.
Crazy, crazy times.
Anybody can come here.
Well, that's the problem. Texas is still declaring emergency border problems. Arizona's doing the same. We got places in Oregon that are trying to succeed from Oregon and join Idaho because they can't stand Governor Gabe Brown.
Well, I try to not to follow the politics too much. I just like to stay on what, they're trying to make mandatory for us as citizens and when we're going to get through with this pandemic.
We got to get rid of these masks and get back to normal, and they're still trying to do everything they can to...
Hey, have you been in the grocery stores? What's the percentage of people without masks now?
Time I'm in a store here, they're all wearing masks.
I'd say it's about 5%. I'm one of the 5%ers that don't have masks on in the store.
We just went to the delicatessen over here, and it was the first time we didn't have to wear a mask.
Oh, nice.
But there's still people in the store wearing masks.
I went to a restaurant yesterday for the first time. They said they opened in April. And get this, it was a buffet. And those are usually like really scary, dangerous places to go to a buffet. This was right here for some Japanese food.
Yeah.
And they give you a rubber glove to put on your right hand that you're pulling the food out with, and you're holding your plate with the other hand.
Well, see, that's the craziest because those places, banquet type style things, have always been dangerous even before COVID.
I know if you watch the people in those lines.
I remember Golden Corral. Remember that place?
Oh, yeah.
And people were large and in charge and just going to town eating.
Did they all go down during this?
I don't know where they went. They're probably in line for Popeyes now. Yeah. Everything here is all drive-through.
I've seen a lot of stores that are closed and maybe never coming back. This could be a big land grab for the billionaires. Like there's these big, huge lots sitting empty where there was stores.
Yeah, there's something going on
They may come by and buy up all these places for their locations.
It's nuts. So anything else going on? So you said that any more disclosures with I guess the report's coming out the end of June. The government's going to release more info on these.
On the ETs?
Well, on the flying objects that aren't alien nature, but they don't know what they are, and they're not Chinese. And
did you see that one I sent you on the report on Area 51?
Area 51?
I sent that to you.
Oh, Lazaro guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't look at that.
That was it was just a little 9-minute.
Is it a follow-up, or is this from back then?
No, this is a new good one. And they interviewed a scientist that worked there, and he has no history of existing.
Well, they're the ones that are real.
He tried to say, what school he went to. He says that I went to, the university. There's no records of me. There's no records here. I'm a triple PhD physicist. The guy don't exist. They've blacked out everything that he's ever done.
That's nuts.
Well, if you're going to work in Area 51, you can't ever talk about it. So,
well, they got crazy stuff going on there. I mean,
he saw anti-gravity stuff. He's seen everything there.
I'll have to check that out.
It's a good one you want to watch. I'm hoping there's a solar eclipse tomorrow.
Solar schmolar.
Hey, but you know what? The ETs like those kind of galactic events for whatever it may be. And they're watching Earth right now. I wonder if they're going to show up and we might see some ships tomorrow night.
That'd be interesting to see.
I'm going to go up there and...
how's the weather? Oh, it's supposed to be rainy.
Friday. I think I might catch a clear Thursday night. I'm hoping it's nice tomorrow.
That'd be good.
But it is a new moon as well. It's a new moon. It's going to be totally dark. Perfect for looking for Bigfoot.
Bigfoot?
He likes the dark nights.
I thought Bigfoot liked new moon.
Well... I think he's undercover a lot more in a dark night than a full moon. We like the full moon because we can see.
Right.
But we're going to go off property tomorrow, off into that woods on the left.
Val's going to let you do that?
I don't know. I need to take her with me because we need the feminine energy.
Oh, you're going to get yourself into trouble up there.
Well, I come in peace and love for our friendly Bigfoot.
Very nice. Very nice.
When are you going to come up there next?
We'll try to come up there.
In July?
Yeah, July. I think that'd be a little bit better. Warmer.
Yeah.
A little bit easier. And then...
well, I got a new tent.
Nice.
Yes.
Got the rain flag?
Everything. Well, I just got a new one from the one we used last time. It's a nice, a smaller. So we don't have to set up that big 6-man or 8-man that we had.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, no, but if you have the room, that's perfect.
It is. You got to at least stand up in it.
You got to go for at least more than one night. It's too much to take down.
Well, one of Val's girlfriends texted her and said there was activity on the mountain. She was there last weekend.
Really?
She saw a lot of the portal lights opening.
See, that's crazy. That's the stuff we have to check out.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense, but something's going on up there. That's for sure.
And that UFO that we saw.
Yeah, the one that...
the big one we had the video of?
Right, the mothership?
Yes. All these UFO, ancient aliens and people in the UFO community and ufologists or whatever they declare they are, like the Stephen Greer weirdos and, that think they're, somebody in that community.
Right.
They've not been able to debunk it.
Oh, so they don't think it's the Elon Musk 60 satellite.
No, I know you had said that, but his were spaced out. He couldn't group them together. When he sent his 60 satellites up there, it wasn't in one
well, yeah, because he didn't do it all at once. It was they kept adding to it.
I know you had thought that could have been a possibility, but
well, it was what some of the people were saying too. So we had to check it out.
Nobody's been able to debunk it. It's one of the best videos out there.
That's an interesting video, though. I will say that.
Hey, you heard the frogs croaking in the background, didn't you? You know I was standing right next to him. This wasn't in some studio.
Oh, no.
He panned it right down to the mountain, went back up in the sky, and there it is.
Interesting.
Nothing that
hopefully you get some more good sightings.
Yes.
And then talking about that, because we talked very little bit, but now we got Bigfoot, though. Bigfoot all around there.
Some Bigfoot activity, I hope.
That's the next thing, and we don't talk much about that during wintertime, but now we're getting to the summer months up here, and I guess he's more active.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to try to, spend a little time out there on the edge of the field, back where we took those pictures.
Yeah.
But even on the other side of the fence.
You got a lot of land there, and there's a lot of places that he could be lurking around there.
I need to get some of those infrared night vision binoculars. That's my next purchase. We got to have one of those. Because we'll be able to see where the orb comes and goes.
Yeah. Yep, just more equipment. Exactly. Now it's just more eyes.
Have you seen any of those Bigfoot shows on like the History Channel or anything?
Yeah, they dramatize everything so much.
What have they come up with so far?
Well, see, that's the weird stuff, is that I've seen some
compelling
video from some other people.
They're almost saying like it's a light orb of some sort.
Like, well, they appear and disappear just as mysteriously as an orb or at portals.
So how does anything on Earth do that?
Well, there's a lot about this Earth we don't know.
You think?
To other theories that there's another world right below us.
Oh.
And then,
totally.
Alternate universes right next to us. I mean, it keeps getting crazier and crazier.
And what about Antarctica? Have you ever heard anything about that?
Oh, that place is just full of ice.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But every major leader in the world goes to visit
Nothing's
there.
under the ice down there.
Yeah, nothing there. Nothing to see. Move along.
It's probably one of the most remote, secure places. How do you ever go there unless you have clearance?
Again, it's if you want to understand Admiral Byrd and some of his adventures.
Oh, yeah. I've read a little bit on that.
And people try to debunk him, but he seems sane as anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
So
this Earth is a beautiful planet, and it's still a big mystery.
A lot of caves.
Caves are underground bases and tunnels.
Going back to what Tesla was saying, right? Frequency, light, vibration.
Could have been what the pyramids were.
That's what everything is.
Yeah. We know they're going to come out and show that they had anti-gravity to make those. It wasn't slaves that built the pyramids in perfect precisional site cuts.
Well, again, debatable how long ago that was.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't the Egyptians that built that. That was going back to what the Sumerians were saying with the Anunnaki and whatnot. And the Elohim.
And they had hieroglyphics carved in the stone that's been perfectly preserved.
Well, how do you explain the book you showed me with all the different alien races?
Yeah.
Right? There's a whole world out there, a whole universe that we know nothing about.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Tough trying to get around. And
now you're leaving the state for a few days?
Summer, it's a crazy time.
I know. And time to do a little bit of fun, too, while it's summertime.
Well, that's what's coming up. We get back from our trip and SETI. We're going to get back on the road. Got our motorcycles rolling.
Do a little bit of riding.
Yep. Summertime. Enjoy it while we can.
Oh, yeah.
They took a whole year away from us last year.
It's going to be a crazy summer. I think it's going to be super
going
hot.
forward, it's going to just get nuts because people are just tired and fed up with it.
You got that right.
So, stay safe. Have a good weekend. And we'll be chatting soon.
And same to you, Rich. Thank you.
All right, my friend. You take care.
You bet.
All right.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.